We got Ghost here in Madden 26. The Zero Chill promo. I like the Zero Chill promo. You know, it's always my favorite. It's the most consistent at getting good content, mainly because it's around Christmas time. EA likes making their money, so they lock in for the month of December. That's usually how it goes. But Ghost is my favorite part. It's my favorite part of the year, pretty much. And they used to stretch these out, but now I think we're just going to get one drop and maybe some presents, which we're going to talk about in a second. Quick disclaimer, though, I am recording this after the reveals on Wednesday night. As while you're watching this today, I'm going to be traveling at around content times. There's actually a chance I wouldn't be able to put this video out, so I'm recording it the night before. But luckily, I've been doing these tier lists long enough, and I used to actually do them before the cards would actually come out, so I got a pretty good knack for it. I will mention if a card could move up based on stats we don't know. An example of that is Demetrius Knight. If he has good movement, we don't know what his movement could be. My prediction is that it will be pretty mid. But if it is like high 80s to 90s, I think he does move up a little bit on my tier list. He's an example of that, and I'm sure there'll be more examples like this throughout the video. And also, if I do miss anything crazy, I will pin the comment down below. But again, I don't think I will. I've been doing this a while. Maybe I jinxed myself. But let's talk about the presents real quick. The right-handed Vic is what it looks like. I hate the right-handed Vic. I hated it last year when I found out about it. I hate it now. So stupid, but he'll be good. All right, that's besides the point. He'll be good. CJ2K, love to see that. Probably Revis. Revis hasn't had a card in a minute, so probably Revis. Maybe Aaron Glenn, maybe. But Randy Moss, don't know. Dion, don't know who this could be. Don't know. Deck the Raiders, don't know. This will probably be QB Derrick Henry, which will be scary. A Snowball Kicker, I have no idea. Freezing Flash, probably Harrison Smith or Paul Krause, maybe. Probably. Because the ones with the extra will probably be like LTDs, right? Is that what we're predicting? They're probably worth more. But the Ice Pass King not being that's kind of crazy. Holiday Swag, maybe like a Marshawn. And Winter Guardian, I don't even know what team that could be for. What even team could that be? I don't know. Maybe this is Greg Olsen. Nah, there's no way. No, this is Titans, because that'll be Derrick Henry. I don't know. I'm going to stop guessing, but I just know that I know these three, and they're very good. And also Dion will be here, too, so. Yeah, we will see. But, yeah, the presents look good. I like the... usually they're a little bit more secretive with this, but... And maybe they thought MUT Leaks was going to leak it, but where the hell has MUT Leaks been? Who knows, man? MUT Leaks probably had that black van, the black Escalade outside, and they haven't been seen since. That's probably what happened. But let's get started here with our welcome pack / solo players, okay? So Don Terry Poe's kind of like Tim Tebow, where he boosts the Ghost of MUT speed and offensive ratings. While recording this right now, I have no idea if these cards get 0 chill cams, but it doesn't really matter to me because they all get it. So whatever it is, it is. So if they all get it, it won't change the rankings at all. But I'd be surprised if they do get 0 chill because they didn't mention it, but you're giving +2 speed to people with Ghost. You wouldn't also give them 0 chill boost too, would you? Would you? Because they're already going to get +2 speed on top of these cards if people get Poe and Cam Newton. So there's no way they get 0 chill. There's no way. There's no way. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. But Don Terry Poe, either way, he can definitely play fullback. I think that's probably where this card is best, or extra offensive lineman if you want. Yes, he can run routes, and he'll probably be pretty glitchy as a tight end, but I think fullback's probably where he plays, and most people will probably be picking him up to use the chems and the +1 speed boost for the Ghosts. That's my prediction with Don Terry. So I'm gonna put him in. Yeah, I'll put him B tier. I don't think he'll be like a super meta good card at tight end, but he'll be solid. Like you could definitely use him if you need to. Cam Newton is up next. All right, he's a Mike linebacker. I just did the user tier list. He'd be so high up on that list right now. Gets all 32, by the way. Don Terry does as well, and he's the Zadarius Smith of the drop because he gives +1 defense and +1 speed to all defensive players, and the +1 speed goes for all the Ghosts. So this card I think will also have some pretty good movement. Actually, I'm curious to see what kind of movement did they give the Cam Newton QB. I'm sure it'll be like better than that. So yeah, 85 COD with, where's the agility? Agility, they give him 88. So it'll probably be in the 90s. I think Cam Newton is an S tier. I think he is. Because you don't only get, I don't really consider the boost, but you have a 6'5", all 32 team cam user that has 93 base speed out of the welcome pack. So, yeah, Cam Newton to me is S tier and should be on everyone's team without question. Doesn't matter. Everyone's team, everyone should have this guy. Okay, we have Jeffrey Simmons up first. He actually does. I like to read the comments sometimes, but yeah. Okay, 96 power was pretty crazy at DT. 84 acceleration is also pretty good with 82 speed. So potentially what +5 speed for him, even if he has 0 chill. Okay, I'm not gonna consider zero. I'm not gonna get into the chems right now. I still think he's probably B tier though. I think he's probably a B tier one. Again, I'm comparing these cards amongst themselves. If you compare them, if I did like a DT tier list for example, I'm sure he'd be pretty high. But I can think off the top of my head right now of a couple other DTs I'd rather have than Jeffrey Simmons. I would much rather have him with the high acceleration, Barrymore as well. Probably not him, but there's a couple I can think of off the top of my head, and I think these ghost cards are obviously best in the game, most of them at their position. So I'm gonna put Simmons down a little bit. Don't get me wrong, a very good card. You should use him if you have a Titans team, but outside of that, I'm not too sure if he'll be chased. I just don't know. All right. Next up, we got, what's his name? Colton McKivis, the Ghost of Present here. Amazing stats. And one thing I should mention is that these ghosts do get 2x frozen buckets. So 0 chill cards were already pretty broken because they were all getting the frozen buckets. These cards get 2 of them. And again, I'm comparing them to themselves, so keep that in mind. Actually, that might change Jeffrey Simmons a little bit because you could probably go double or nothing and inside stuff on him, which is definitely glitchy. I'll put McKivitz. I think he belongs in. He's not a flat. I think he's a high A tier. Like, I hate to put an offensive lineman in S tier, but honestly, it is close because you can then put run protector, or pass protector identifier on him. Now that you get the 2-0 APs, I think he actually does. I think this is a rare opportunity for an offensive lineman to make S tier. Andrew Luck up next. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because, QB, 0 APs, there's not much to be said, right? Cam Newton goes to the top. I doubt he'll be better than Cam, but honestly, he might be. I think Cam is so good, but, man, the 2-0 APs on Luck is going to be nutty. And they gave him pretty good speed, too. He will be QB1 in the second he comes out, without question. And then you see the heavy hitters, they just continue, man. Calvin Johnson up next. 6'5", strong safety. Can be a user for sure. I whenever a super tall guy comes out, especially picks are already hard enough to catch in this game, I would just put this guy as your user, honestly, which sounds crazy. And yet over the top, I'm sure he's going to be very good too. Because even when these cards come out every year, I test them in both spots. We've had the corner Calvin. We've, of course, have Julius Peppers. I think him animating, obviously, if you have a surplus of tall guys, you just kind of figure it out. But I like having a tall user, man. This year, for some reason, I like it, especially because Calvin is going to have crazy catching, good jumping. Maybe that's better for over the top. Who knows? Donovan Jackson, yep. Another S tier. I may put these offensive linemen down because I don't know if we're going to have an A tier card. Which is honestly fair. I think there is a gap. If there's no A tier cards, Jeffrey Simmons will probably end up getting moved up here. But as we kind of go through it, okay, this one might be. This one could be. But not 80, 93 speed, 95 trucking. The only knock would be the COD, which, would you be able to get him to 90 COD? That depends if he has 0 chill or not, right? That's what that comes down to. Let's pull up the running backs real quick, because that's really what it comes. If he gets 90 COD, he'll be busted. But that's really what it comes down to, right? I mean, 93 speed, I guess, is somewhat standard for right now. Like Kenneth Walker, I would probably go Kenneth. But the big thing is going to be those 0 APs. That's going to be the big thing on him. Where if you look at a running back, it's not as valuable, but you can put joystick on him. He'll probably get more power-oriented stuff. So I think I will put Peyton Hill as A tier, though. I think I will. Because there's a real argument to run some of the other guys over him. Because I don't think having the 2 buckets is as broken on a running back. But it is still really good because if you can get like Tank or something like that, I mean, he'll be. I guess the card to really look at would be Josh Jacobs' card, right? Because he's probably the ability-wise the most similar. So you can't even. He didn't even get Tank. Okay, so Frozen. Yeah, all right. Frozen. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna leave it where it's at. I'm gonna leave Payne. I love Payne Hill's cards. He'll definitely be on my team. I think, honestly, in this promo, which is not even an insult, I think he's A tier. Then you have Harold Carmichael. Oh, my God. Yeah, I think he... Yeah, yeah. Okay. Harold Carmichael goes up here. The big thing with Carmichael is how good he'll be after the catch, but honestly, that's just stupid for me to say because he's a 6'8" wide receiver who's going to be very good, obviously. 3 route running thresholds. Again, wide receiver buckets, they don't make me go too crazy, but when you're 6'8", 225, you make me go crazy, right? So he might even be, I think he'll be here. And again, you got to make sure you guys are getting those tall. I guess you actually might have to play Calvin over the top because someone's got to guard Harold, right? He makes the out of position DK look small out there for real. All right, John Campbell. Okay, well, this guy said, well, this guy's always commenting, bro. This guy's got to be the #1 MUT.GG user in the nation. But Jahad Campbell, I do want to take a quick look at his old cards because I know he has some. Just want to see kind of what kind of movement they gave him, and we can definitely narrow down if he'll get good movement on this card. So, yeah, he'll be in the 90s for sure. He'll be in the 90s for sure with his new card. 6'3" though. How's the jumping on his previous card? Yeah, he'll be in the 90s with jumping. This card will be one of the best users in the game, without question. But I'm gonna put him actually into. I'm gonna put him into A tier because you have Cam Newton, right? And if you're looking for a user in the promo, which is what this card would be, you already have one. So really, outside of an Eagles team, unless you're running 2 sub linebackers, 2 linebackers, that's when you use Jahad Campbell. I think he's really good though. That one's honestly tough. Again, all these cards are good, so it's tough to kind of put one into. I hate how I make it sound like A tier's ass in this promo. Well, again, these are the. I feel like those. He's not. If he was like a 6'5", 6'6" user, then yeah. But like Cam Newton is. All right, Jared Allen up next. I doubt he's gonna be. Oh no, he's very good. Why not just okay? So for me personally, I would prefer to have the finesse move at 92, like Aiden Hutchinson has. I think this card does go into A tier though. I think he's low A tier. I'd say low A tier for him. I do want to revisit Jeffrey Simmons again. I'm going to put Simmons in the A tier. I don't think he's at the tier with these guys. I just don't. Yeah, I'm going to change that. Yeah, let's go with that. That actually, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I will say, though, I feel like I think a big part of the Ghost this year is going to be in the presence. So I feel like we didn't get like a lot of the like big hitter names when we got some of them, but I don't know. It feels like a weird Ghost drop. I think a lot of it's going to come on Christmas whenever we open up those presents for the Ghost, right? But Puka Nacua up next. I mean, his cards are always good in this game. So we got to consider that. Yeah, 92 speed though. You guys gave Puka 92 speed, really? I think he'll be a fairly cheap LTD. Maybe that's a crazy comp, but he's got 92 speed. We've been seeing, I thought maybe like Michael Wilson's got 93 speed. You're going to give Puka 92. Again, you can get him to 94 pretty easily, even outside of a theme team. And then on that theme team, the card will go crazy. I'm actually going to put Puka low S tier. Let's go low S tier for him. I actually don't hate that because he doesn't have like a unicorn build. But we're kind of judging the card off of how good his previous cards have played. Okay, Ronnie Lott is up next. Whenever you see this guy, good luck. Okay, he's going to be on a theme team most likely because only a Raiders fan will pay that much, whatever this card will be. He's a Raider, so his price will be inflated. Unfortunately, he did play for the Raiders. And he played for the Jets too, which is going to be expensive for me. But his cards, I'd say play well. I'd say they play well. I wish they really nailed the shoulder pads a little bit more. You know, I wish they kind of gave him the Dickerson treatment with the custom drip. That would have been cool. But, you know, Ronnie Lott, 90 acceleration, 93 speed. I think he is deserving of an S tier. I think he is. I'm going to go with that for him. 2-0 APs. Yeah, I'm cool at leaving Ronnie Lott S tier. He's honestly debatably A in my eyes. That's really where I'm at with him. And then we have Travis Hunter. Yeah. Corner. The crazy thing is, if this card's 1,000,000 coins, which he won't be, you basically divide whatever Travis Hunter's price is by 2. Whatever it is. And you think, and that's how you justify your purchase of Travis Hunter. If he's 2 mil, you're like, oh, it's $1 for a goated receiver and $1 for a goated corner. Yeah, I'll do that. In one card? Yeah. So Travis goes right in front of the unicorns for me. Although Travis is kind of a unicorn because he can play offense and defense, right? That kind of makes him special. But 6'8" wide receiver, 6'5" safety. Andrew Luck being the only 0 AP frozen ability QB in the game, and then Cam Newton being an all 32 team Cam user. Yeah, I don't know if he beats that, but he'll be. Again, these cards are really, really good. All right, so the title of the video is which cards are worth it, or it's, watch this before you buy, whichever title you guys got with the A/B testing. Okay, but I would say wait until Christmas, right? I usually don't say this. I wouldn't say this a week ago or 2 weeks ago. You guys got to build the zero chill teams, but these cards I think will be more expensive because of the 2 0 APs, right? They're going to be crazy hyped up. If you can wait 1 week, yeah, maybe buy one of them right now. Buy one non-LTD if the price makes sense, like 500K, 450, 400. If that's what they're going for, buy one non-LTD that you want. Whether it's Luck or Calvin Johnson. Luck will probably be the most popular one because of the 2 0 APs or the 2 discounted buckets. Go buy him, but I wouldn't blow your load tomorrow, all right, or today while you're watching this. The cards come out today. I got to switch that mindset. Wait until Christmas because we have a bunch of presents coming out for Ghost, which should lower the market. Maybe you want maybe those coins that you saved from not buying today allowed you to buy one of the presents when they dip when presents open up. Maybe that allowed you to do that, and then you make some coins off that because those cards are only in the presents. So we'll see. And it looks like it'll be, again, the presents look very good, like a 2 AP, a 2 discounted ability bucket Michael Vick that's right-handed that'll probably have 94, 95 speed. Is going to be crazy. A CJ2K with 95 speed is going to be crazy. I feel like they kind of held their punches with this promo, believe it or not, because they know they have the good ones in the presents. It's kind of what it felt like. So we'll see. And also, crystals next week. Who knows what that will do to the market? I think it's my prediction, by the way. It's not official. I'm predicting that crystals are coming out next week. If you haven't had December crystals, and like I predicted a couple months ago, I think they're going to save some really good crystals for the week of Christmas, and they've done that. So we'll see. You know how EA rolls with the money grabs. So I think it'll be speed crystals the week of Christmas. I think it actually might happen. I thought it was far-fetched, but here we are. We'll see, though. We will see. So have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Drop a comment down below if I didn't miss anything. Again, I'm recording this the night before. So if I did completely blunder on something, comment down below. I'll be sure to address it with a pinned comment. And hit the subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day. And I will see you boys tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye.